Okay, hello and welcome to the next leg of my Coast to Coast US tour. This leg will take us from Flagstaff, following Highway 40 still, across to Winslow Muni. So we'll get things set up and underway. This is the 10th leg of this epic 40-leg tour. And as you can see, we're here in Flagstaff ready to depart, so let's get things fired up. Parking brake on. Quite high up here, of course, 5,000 feet, as is our destination. Pretty much 5,000 feet up as well. So the usual stuff on. Not sure why we're taking off on this runway with 12 knot tailwind. Weird. 11,500 altitude today. We're actually 7,000 feet up here. So yes, just gives you an idea. Or at least with local barrier pressure we are anyway. VS nose up. And put the heading on. Turn that on. Flaps. On auto. Lights. Okay, we're ready to depart out. Take the brake off. As we say farewell to Flagstaff. Wind is gusty, I've just noticed. Certainly propelled, so I'm really not sure, as I say, where we're taking off in this direction. Hey, let's get airborne nonetheless. Switch the autopilot on. Climb out. Let's get those flaps up. Careful about how soon we make our turn, because we need to get altitude. Okay, it's okay for height. Climbing out nicely. A bit more cloud about today than we've had on recent legs of this this tour. Let's have a look at the weather request. Destination station right there. So it's a balmy 32 degrees, variable at 3 knots, so we can land on pretty much any runway. So, quick look at the map. Oops. Oh yeah, we'll land on runway 4, I think. We'll do nicely. Perfect. Continuing to climb through 9,000 feet. So 10,000 feet, quite slow climb at the moment. As we continue ever eastwards. So as I say, we're heading to a place called Winslow. It's by the Humalovu Ruins State Park, just off Highway 40. Just up the road from Joseph City. So flattening out a little bit now, not quite so mountainous across here. As I said, a little bit more cloud than we've had recently. Mormon Lake across to our right there in the distance. Coming up, as we approach Winslow, looking at my map, we intersect a road and there's almost like a crater off to the right. How much of that we'll see, I've no idea. I can see Highway 40 running to my left there, into the distance. We seem to be heading back towards more arid terrain. After we leave Arizona, we'll be crossing into New Mexico, where again it's still quite an arid landscape. Still be a fair few legs of this tour before we start seeing rolling green fields again, that's for sure. That's rear landing runway 4. We need to actually fly heading south, and I also need to come onto my map here. Remember how to do this now. Flight plan. No. Shouldn't do that. Actually. Don't want that to be my active waypoint at all. Active waypoint, there we go. So we are 23 miles out. It's at 5,000, 6,000 over. So we need to be heading more this way. In fact, I think that crater is directly ahead of us there. We'll actually overfly that pretty much. It looks like a crater on my map anyway. You can see it's turning really arid again. You still see, yeah, just in the distance there, Flagstaff as we head towards how you imagine Arizona to be. There we go. About 20 miles out, as I say, we're about 6,000 over, so I don't need to start a descent just yet, but we will soon. Oh, there it is. I think that's the crater. Look at that. That's mad, isn't it? Past the crater. Yeah, on to what we used to take now. I'll descend down to about 8,000 feet. Oops. Begin our descent down into Winslow. Lindbergh is actually named at this airport. That's strange, the little crater is there. There's nothing is named on my map here. There's a road running to it, so it must be a site of some interest. I'm pretty sure it's a meteorite crater, or an asteroid crater. Can't think what else would form that. Crater next. Yeah, here we are, meteor crater, natural landmark, impact crater in Arizona. There we go. So it is a meteor crater. That's right. It's got a visitor centre and everything. There we go. So there we are, meteor impact crater. That's pretty cool. Let's increase the rate of descent now. We're landing at runway 4. Let's take it down to 7,000, so about 2,000 up. Turn to lights on. Just can't wait for Microsoft Flight Simulator because it's as good as it promises to be. Natural landmarks like that will just look so realistic. Anyway, I've not been paying attention. We need to turn sharply back in. We've missed. Missed the runway by some degree. Yep. Jeez. How does it do that? No, I don't want to climb, but that. Yeah, I'm not sure why it does that. It just kicked up like a little quirk on this plane. Okay, I'm looking for the runway now. Yeah, about 10 miles out. Can't see anything resembling airfield at the moment. Let's look ahead. So I feel it was there, but it's not. That's interesting. Can't see anything that resembles an airport at all. I really feel. Is it climbing again? No, sorry, I'm just leveling out. We're almost on top of it, and I just can't see it anywhere, which is a bit disconcerting. Oh, there it is. Shit. I can bloody see it. God, it's so well camouflaged, isn't it? Keep the no pappies or anything. It's a bit of a dip again, isn't it? I've overshot my turn. Ah, there we go. So, for some reason the airport stuff is not popping into view until we get quite near. Why that is, it's a bit annoying. in a bit of a dip again, which doesn't help. Looks of things. Winds behind us, but it's only 2 knots. Shouldn't be a factor. Definitely a little bit low. Let's try and keep the nose up a bit. Just watch we don't stall this out. Way over to the side. Come right over, otherwise we're going to land on the side of the runway at this rate. Come over more, over more. That's better. And something to work with. On a speed, don't let it pull back to the left there. A tricky customer this plane is. Speed is okay. Drifting across to that side again, aren't we? Oh, I've suddenly got a gust of wind as we did that. Where'd that wind come from? Oh. It's amazing how such light winds, oops, really play havoc. Okay, we can drop down nicely onto the runway now. Oops. We're bugging this up big time. Whoa, terrible landing. That's terrible. Muck that up. Nowhere near the centre line. The wind suddenly ambushed me as I came in there, and we made a right hash of that. Absolutely true, and then we floated it like you would not believe. Ah dear, that's not good. That's probably one of my worst landings in this. It's amazing how much harder these little planes are to land than the airliners in a simulator. Probably in real life it's the other way around, I would imagine, to a degree. I do have small plane flying experience, but not large planes, obviously. Anyway, we'll just park it up here and review that absolutely appalling landing. I'm not happy with that. I'm very disappointed with that landing. Okay, let's look at the replay then. Let's see what went wrong, because that was poor. That was extremely poor landing. Oh dear. As we came towards the threshold, it did look quite good. No, let's go. Yeah, at this point we're okay. And then we just drift and drift. Yeah, we just get pushed over and then we never quite recover it. And then, yeah, that's important. That's untidy. That's a mess. Such a fine margin between floating it and falling out of the sky on this plane, but messy landing, very poor. So yeah, let's get a nose view actually of that debacle before we end. Oops. Yeah, play. Yeah, so the runway elevation is a bit sunken in. It should be up there. So, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse for this bad landing because it didn't interfere with things that much, to be honest. See, at this point we're good. At this point we're good, and then the wind just catches me. Okay. So I can almost forgive myself for getting blown off course by the wind, but the flare and landing was just poor, very poor. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a great landing at all. So yeah, hopefully we'll improve on the next one. Thank you very much for joining me on this flight once again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment how awful that landing was, and I will see you again on another flight in the very near future with hopefully a much better landing. Goodbye for now.